Hi, it's me again. You may remember me from things ages ago. Well, it's been about 2 months, but in the digital world that is far too long to be able to maintain an audience. So, quick refresher. I made an hour-long video essay about non-binary representation. Yeah, okay. This isn't another video essay. No, just get that cleared out straight away. And the reasons for that would be explained in a different video. One that is currently not released. You see, I try to aim to make a video every 2 weeks. And anybody good at maths knows that just because 2 months has the same number in the front of it doesn't mean it's the same thing. So, this video is going to explain some reasons behind that. Reason number 1, I'm far too fucking burnt out right now. The hour-long video essay took me 5 days to make. It was about 10 to 12 hours of work a day for those 5 days straight. And that was just filming and editing. The actual script of it took 9 months to write because it was my dissertation. So, safe to say that after I released that one and then decided to try to plan out my next video, I kind of decided that I didn't enjoy writing the scripts for it. Nor did I want to edit any of the other videos I'd already partially filmed. So, I decided to not do that at all. Anyway, I've decided that for today, I'm just going to do a completely unscripted discussion, really. Let's call it maybe stand-up comedy. I mean, you can be the judge on that later. But I digress. That's not the only reason. Reason number 2. Depression. Just depression, yeah. But listen, this isn't going to be a retrospective about my crumbling mental health, so let's move on to reason number 3. I now live with my parents. Listen, it's fine. I graduated from uni this year, and all my housing ideas fell apart, so I kind of didn't have any other options. The downside to living with my parents is it's quite hard to do filming and editing around them because there's something about the kind of videos I make that I don't think they'd be overly appreciated of. I don't really want them walking in on me filming what looks like I'm doing some kind of sugar baby video. And to be fair, I don't want them walking in on me trying to do comedy either. So, why am I filming now? Well, firstly, my parents are currently out the house. And secondly, I am hemorrhaging subscribers. I looked at my YouTube Studio app and I'm just losing subscribers like somebody leaked my WhatsApp group chats. Which is funny because I'm not in any. You see, to have a group chat, you need multiple friends. Next reason why I haven't released videos is because I spent the summer doing other normal things, like trying to make friends. Again. One plan was to try to keep my uni life experience going by visiting various nightclubs looking sexy and seeing if people trying to flirt with me accidentally gets them to like my personality more. You can kind of tell by the fact that I'm not sexy how little faith I have in my own personality, that I think my sexiness is better. Anyway, safe to say that plan failed. So, if I can't make new friends, I guess we've got to make some old friends. Like, you know, there's people I haven't spoken to since secondary school or sixth form. And I thought, you know what? It might be interesting to see what they're up to. And so I did the completely normal thing of doing blanket message emails to every single one of them like a fucking scam. Yeah, like a fucking scam. I did obviously think that maybe sending a message to somebody I haven't spoken to in at least 3 years, more like 5, is maybe a bad idea. So, I spent a lot of time working out what is the correct thing to say to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while. And I decided, after about 2 months of thinking, that it would be this. Just imagine for a second that you're my friend. Actually, no, you're not my friend. You're a random person that doesn't really know me. Oh, well, that is correct. Anyway, you get it. Hey! I hope it's not weird messaging, but I was just wondering, how have you been? That's the best I could come up with. I thought acknowledging that maybe me messaging saying it's weird kind of then detracts around the whole it being weird thing. And I think it works. Still a little bit creepy, but it works. Okay, 1 second, because I don't want to get the wrong impression here. This isn't me trying to message every single person I've ever known to see if one of them wants to be friends with me again. This is me honestly thinking, I haven't spoken to this one specific person for a while, and I wonder how they're doing. And then I also wonder how somebody else is doing. And then I just have a list of people that I'm trying to get through. Trying to get through sounds a bit weird. Huh. It is weird. Anyway, and so I send them that kind of message, and then they reply with, oh wow, it's been such a long time, da la 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 la. Yes, I'm doing very good, thank you. Which is, of course, the standard British greeting. But then they prove that is not just sarcasm by giving examples. And so they say things like, oh yes, I've got a full-time job helping special educational needs children. Oh yes, I've got a full-time job being an interpreter for deaf children. Oh yes, I've also got a full-time job helping special educational needs children. Firstly, why the fuck does everybody help children nowadays? Secondly, kind of makes me feel a bit shitty about my own situation. Because I do not help children. I fucking hate them. They're just annoying little meat blobs who run around screaming and ranting the whole entire time like, oh, this is my issue, this is my issue, this is my issue, ah! Fucking attention-seeking fucks, okay? Like, honestly. Who wants to listen to somebody just rant uninterrupted, begging for attention or... Moving on swiftly. Anyway. It's great. It's great. It's great all these people are doing things that are rewarding and all this stuff. The biggest issue really is that what I didn't plan for necessarily is that if you ask somebody how they're doing, they seem to return the question. Now, I kind of forgot this happens because I've been at uni for 3 years, surrounded by alcoholics who, when you ask, how are you doing, say, and then just throw up everywhere. So they don't really have time to return the favour. But, turns out, messaging somebody, they have time to add the little, and how are you, at the end. Getting these questions is really annoying for one key issue. You see, because I haven't spoken to these people since I was at oldest 18, they still have the impression of me of how I was like when I was a child at school. And let's just put it this way. I was an annoying little twat. No, I was the gifted students, okay? I was the little gifted students who smart-arted their way through the whole entire school, who would always be the one at the back going, I know the answer, until about year 9 when I stopped doing that. Firstly, because my shoulder began hurting so fucking much from doing that 5 days a week. And secondly, because the teacher already assumed that I knew the answer. And so they go around to every other kid first going, oh, and what do you think it is? Wrong. And what do you think it is? Wrong. And what do you until they got sick of it and just to move the lesson on would go, Joe? And I would say, the answer is titrations. And the teacher would just stand there like, great, good, we can move on now. After we've listened to all these children now laugh because somebody said a word with tit in it. Tit rations. It's spelled tit rations. Like my dating life. But yeah, I was what many people would describe as an annoying fuck of a child. Because if you want to know what happened to that gifted child that you so hated back in school, don't worry. They're probably burnt out and depressed and became so much of a traumatised alcoholic that they had to move back in with their parents. And that's a little bit annoying to admit to people that I once smugly looked down on because they didn't know the answer was titrations. So, in the hopes that I could at least say something back, other than, oh, what do you do for a job, Joe? Oh, I'm desperately unemployed, being a little middle-class trust fund baby, living in my parents' house, where the only job offer I've got is from some creepy fucker in a club asking me to be a sugar baby. I just kind of peaked when I was 13. And it's been a very steep downhill slope since then. And so, job hunting for me is not as people would expect from the smart-ass gifted child of me just waltzing into some massive fucking company and just going, I know the answer to a question, and people going, wow, you're now the CEO. It was instead doing exactly how I make friends. Sending out a bunch of fucking emails like a fucking scammer, hoping somebody fucking replies. Unfortunately, my CV has less words in it than a tweet by a 12-year-old girl who's just discovered emojis. I can't put down on my CV that I used to be seen as smart. No. I've got to put things I've done in my adult life down. First little issue is work experience. Employers look at it and go, okay, what were you doing between 2022 and now where you haven't had a job? I made the mistake of saying, depression. Once, that was just immediately blank reply, no email back. And so now I've been saying, university. I got a degree. A first-class degree, actually. I got a first-class degree. Of course, the next question is, and what course do you study? Media, and then they fucking slam the door on me. But those that do listen go, okay, media. Yeah, media. So that's just film club? Well, it's not film club, okay? I didn't just fucking watch film all the fucking time. I had to do several different other things, like photography and stand-up comedy. I'm sorry, you did a course in stand-up comedy. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I am more fucking qualified to make YouTube videos than I am to work a minimum wage job. Unfortunately, this doesn't fucking pay me anything. But anyway, the next thing is just, your general skills, okay? Maybe I haven't got any work experience or many skills from my university degree, but surely, Joe, those 4-month summer vacations you got, because uni is just such a joke when it comes to how much time you actually spend at uni. Surely you'd have done something with your life in then to better yourself or something. No, I spent most of my summers, firstly, being depressed, secondly, playing Mario Kart, and thirdly, wanking. Which actually, I want to point out, that shows I have great fucking skills, okay? Because do you realise how hard it is to be able to consistently get first place in 200cc Mario Kart when you are crying your fucking eyes out and you're only fucking using the controller with one fucking hand? Okay? Multitasking or something, okay? That's what CVs want me to fucking do. Make something sound better than it is. But no. Apparently that's not good enough, Joe. There's only one other thing that I've done to fill the gap in my CV between my last job. I decided that I wanted to try to, maybe do improve my skills in the industry I'm trying to, learn. Media. By, I don't know, making a YouTube channel? So, for the last 2 years, I've been doing this. On and off. Very on and off. Like I said, it's been 2 months since I last released a video. And this is the best thing I can say to what I've achieved since being the fucking gifted child. The fucking person everybody looked up to as being the person that would achieve everything they wanted in life. But the person everybody knew deep down that they hated and hoped everybody else hated too. Because I wasn't funny enough. And because I didn't want to drink alcohol when I was 14. Well, look at me now, kids. Look at me fucking now. I'm a stand-up comic. No, I'm a failed stand-up comic. A successful alcoholic. And just an all-round fucking disaster. There's no point lying about it, is there? So, I put myself in a situation where I now have to tell people that I once smugly looked down upon because they weren't as good at maths as me that, yeah, I've achieved absolutely fuck all since you last met me. Congratulations on graduating. Congratulations on your full-time job. Congratulations on your dating life you're telling me about, just to rub it in a little bit more. I have spent the last 2 months of my fucking life just trying to at least get a minimum wage job. And in all that fucking time, in all those fucking CVs, I've had one shitting job offer. It was at 3 AM in London. It was by a 40-year-old gay man. And he wanted me to be his sugar baby. I used to be intelligent. I used to have hopes, dreams. In fact, fuck it, they weren't even hopes and dreams. I just assumed I would fucking achieve them anyway. And look at me now. Actually, that reminds me. Before my parents do get in, which is a little bit too soon, I have got one other video to film. Yeah, might as well start taking my socks off now. Because I do believe it's feet day. I'll tell you the rest of the story later, I guess. Or maybe I can see if I can get OnlyFans to work. Right. Well, I'm Carrick-Lawson. And I'm glad to tell you that everything is going fucking brilliantly.